Response time. That's what this is all about for Atletico Madrid. It's all about how they can respond to what was a shocking loss to Real Sociedad. Because if you want to win La Liga, why are you losing to Real Sociedad 2-0 away from home? Makes no sense. So that's how this guy's going to be rolling with. So obviously you've got Adan in goal, your boy Savic, Jimenez, Trippier, Lodi, your boy Koke, Saul in midfield, Lamar out to the left, Vitola outward right. We scroll up. Obviously, you've got your playmaker number 10, João Felix, and Costa in as the striker. We roll in with Juventus now, and for Juventus, obviously, you have Szczesny in goal, Bonucci, De Ligt. I'm going to talk about him. Now, this is where things are getting tricky. I was doing my research, and homeboy's out. Danilo's out with, I think it's a muscle strain or something. So no other right backs are in there. So that means they have to now go with your boy Cuadrado. Sandro out on the left. Matuidi, Khedira, Benedeschi, Rabiot, and then you've got Cristiano and Higuain. So let's just go Higuain and Cristiano over there. So let's just first roll in with Atletico Madrid. So I think for Atletico Madrid, they will know, okay, we're playing at home. Let's try and get in at this guy. So I think, I've not really been sold on Lamar. I'll keep it real with you guys. I've not really been sold on Lamar. I think that for what they wanted from Lamar, and I think they kind of, I would say somewhat of hype around him. I think, more he should have been much more of a bigger impact. But I think in a game like this, he really needs to be far more effective within the game. So I know that he's not really a guy who is a direct runner. So I think even if he's cutting in on the inside, then I need to see him link in with Saul, link in with Felix, create some space, beat a few players, and try and get yourself in a position in here, get through some guys in here, and actually try and affect the game in a positive manner with some creativity and some forward thrust runs. Obviously, you can see how Vitalo does in there on the right. So I think, and especially for João Felix, I think, in a game like this, I think a weak point is going to be De Ligt, because I already pointed this out that I think De Ligt is going to be problematic. This partnership, I'm not sold on this partnership. So if you're playing against a team that has a very dodgy defensive line, you have to really be very brave, go forward, and really try and take the issues to them. So it's not a case of like a short passes, slow passes, quick passes, first-time passes, triangles, create that space. So I think João Felix is going to have a very important role inside this number 10 position. This is one of the most important positions in football right now. So I think he's going to have a very key position here, because also, especially when Atletico attack, Koke will be there to keep the anchor in midfield. So what I think Simeone will want is a situation like this, where for you three guys, let's try and move the ball around. Move the ball around in circles. Boom, bam, boom, boom, bam. Try and move that to defense around. And for Costa, again, he's not really a guy who is like a Benzema or a Firmino, but he is a cold-blooded striker. So I think for what he wants, just keep yourself in there. If you can give you any cheddar to hold the ball up, you can hold the ball up in there, but really just keep yourselves in there. So it's up to Lamar, Saul, and Felix to try and create some cheddar for you, but also for Lodi and for Trippier, specifically Trippier, I think what Simeone will want is look for that crossfield ball. Look for that switch. So if guys are along here or Lamar is here, look up, see what's happening, and try and walk that switch. So Trippier, try and make that run, time you run, walk that switch, and then get that ball in there for either a Costa, Lamar, or Felix running through to try and get some balls in there. So for Juventus, where they're concerned, Cristiano is obviously the key man, but I want to see how Rabiot affects this game right now. So I think that a diamond might really be the way to go. This is worrisome. Cuadrado is there right back. That's why I feel that Lamar needs to have a really good game, because if you're going up against Cuadrado, who's not a natural right back, I think Lamar has to try and do this. He needs to do this. He needs to do something here. Yeah, you can come in on the inside, but he needs to create a one-on-one situation with Cuadrado to try and see how many times he can beat him and see how good he is defensively. So I think, I'm thinking of a diamond, and I think for Rabiot, he's obviously the ball keeper, but I think Pjanic is missing. So Juve needed a runner from midfield. So Rabiot has to be able to carry that ball from midfield and bring in Cristiano, bring in Higuain. Because Higuain is definitely a striker who likes to come in, get the ball to feet and run. I think for Cristiano, having him restricted in here is not really what you want. What you want him is for him out there wide and making that run through them, start out wide so he has all this space to maneuver. Because if we had this as like, oh, let's just play as two strikers, too congested. Out wide, more things to go. And also remember, he's also got Sandro on the overlap that he can work with very well. So Rabiot is going to be important. Rabiot is going to be important with regards to what he can do. And I think for Matuidi and... See, my thing is this. You know what? I think we switch it. It's going to be weird because I feel that Rabiot isn't really a runner with the ball. I don't think he's really a guy that really carries the ball well. I think Bernardeschi is a far better runner with the ball. I remember he had an absolutely amazing game. I think he was man of the match in that second leg against Atletico Madrid. So I think for Bernardeschi, I think he'll be far better suited with being the dude to really carry the ball into the heart of darkness. Weak points, mini weak points. So I think Khedira and Matuidi have to do a lot of defensive work and a lot of cover indeed. And I think for Atletico Madrid, I just think it's about how they really respond to that loss. Because they need a win, and I think a win is the best way to respond to the loss and also to really stake your claim by beating one of the favorites for this group in your home game. So if I'm looking at a scoreline here, I think I'm perhaps going to roll with... So let's go playing at home. I'm going to roll with 2-1 to Atletico. 2-1 to Atletico. I think Atletico can continue this 2-1. I think they win the game. I think Juventus is still looking a bit shaky, but I think Atletico will have, especially playing at the crib, I think they'll do fine. But yeah, master and apprentice, João Felix against his boy Cristiano. So we just have to wait and see how things go. But I'm excited to see what Felix does. I'm also excited to see what Rabiot does. Those are the two players I'm looking for, Felix and your boy Rabiot. Remember, guys, support your boy. Patreon, the link is in the description box below for extra content and to support the HOTS. Think about becoming a Patreon member for that extra stash. Guys, stay true, stay well. Remember, from my post-match analysis, hit the like button, smack that like button, and remember to subscribe. Peace out, stay true, stay black. Peace.